It's a cold, snowy day in the mountains of southern Appalachia. Matt's going up the mountain to get his deer stand since deer season's over, and I'm gonna tag along with him.
Right there's a real good deer trail. It goes all the way up the length of this ridge just under the top. I think we'll drop off the back side and get that other one first. I could do it right there and it'd be in the dry, and it would help with the wind. And if I cut all this little stuff out, I could probably shoot 70 or 80 or 90 yards down through yonder. That'd be great.
Matt pointed out this stump here to me. It's obviously been cut with a chainsaw. Anytime we see one like this, we wonder, and we figure it was probably Papa Wade that cut it. Just trying to let you not be by the heat, see? Even though it feels really good after being outside.
Yeah.
Hot chocolates. I think it got a little too hot. I'm gonna let you drink yours first. See if it burns you. You're used to your piping hot coffee though.
That's about right.
It means it's too hot for me.
Might be, yeah. But I like it hot.
I may have to wait on mine, let it cool just a moment. But it feels good being in here. It's a little cold outside.
Nice.
I love the snow flurries, but unfortunately that's all it's going to be, snow flurries, but it's still pretty. I was at the grocery store this morning a little bit after 7 and it was flurry and I was like, snow, it's snow. I couldn't believe it. Just kind of done that on and off all day, but not even enough to make a dusting, is it?
I wouldn't even stick on the porch.
No, so. But maybe always when it comes a little like this, little flurries, or even if it comes a skiff of snow, I always hope, well, it's priming the pump. It's getting ready for a big one.
Yeah, you keep doing that.
Yeah, usually I think that and it never happens. I don't know. People keep sending me stuff, though, that this is going to be the year that I get a big snow. So I hope they're all right. Hope so. Usually our biggest snows do come like though in February, January, February.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's still a chance. If it's not snowing any by the end of February, I'm just like, nah, let's go on to spring. Even though I really want it to snow. Really love it.
What's good?
But just the flurries is nice though, just to see them.
Temperature's what's nice.
Yeah, it is nice because it got so warm at Christmas.
Yeah,
warmed up to I think it hit 60 one day or 2 days.
Yeah, that's just not right.
And now it's back to the freezing temperatures, which is what we like in the winter.
Yeah, I like it all the time if it just keep
Yeah,
doing
you
it.
do. You couldn't grow tomatoes then.
I guess.
Yeah. If you could have warm days and cold nights, something like that, I don't know.
If you could flip a switch and pick what days.
Yeah, if you could
wanted it
really
cold
be,
and what
yeah.
hot, that'd be great.
Yeah. You can have all your tomatoes and then turn it off, and
We
then
turn it down to about 60 when we're out here gardening, and then turn it back up so all the plants could grow. And then when we have to actually do the work in it, turn it down, and then turn it down for hunting season.
yeah,
It'd be great.
that ain't how it works. So
No.
ain't how it works. I do personally like all of it though. I even like the hot weather. Matt don't, but
No.
I like it. I like all of it. The cold, the hot, all the seasons.
Gotta have them.
I'm glad we live in a place where they're really distinct too. I like
Yeah.
that. Is it cooled off any?
Not much.
Not much.
It's good for me.
It's easy to get things too hot on the wood stove.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad we went outside too because I needed some fresh air. I had a headache. I hope it don't come back, but being outside really made it go away for now. Yeah.
I'm good. I didn't know you had a headache.
Yeah. I woke up with it. I don't know why.
I'm married to a headache.
No. But being out in that fresh air really does something for you. And
Yeah, you gotta get out.
I don't know, somehow this year I've not been out as much this fall and this winter.
The more time you spend outside, the better things seems to be.
Makes you sleep better at night, I swear it does. Makes you sleep good.
People ain't made to spend all their time indoors.
No, even just a little walk or go sit on your porch or something, even if you can't really get out and about, I think it does you good.
It does.
Breathe in all that clean air. I always think about all the bad stuff blowing back out when you breathe out, you know. Like purifying your lungs or something.
Yep.
A few of you have told us that you've been sick with the flu and different things, and we hope you're feeling better. Hope everyone is. Seems like there's lots of flu and sickness going around. I know the schools here, just before they let out for Christmas, some of them were having as many as 40 kids out a day, and maybe even more than that, and teachers sick, you know, and so I hope everybody, maybe over Christmas holidays though, at least at schools and places like that, things could settle down and some of the germs could die out. A lot of people too ask us about Paul. I was afraid maybe he had the flu or something, but his was very short-lived and he was feeling much better, still is, so I know his was probably just more likely some kind of little viral virus or something, and none of us got sick, and so it's just him, and thankfully he's feeling better.
The pine needle tea worked.
Yeah. Worked. Matt's tea worked. It was really disgusting, but it worked.
It ain't bad.
Not for you, but I hate hot tea. If you could make it taste like hot chocolate.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can't do that. It tastes fresh and outdoorsy.
It just has an aftertaste. All hot tea does that I just can't take. It's something about it.
Well, in a situation like that, when you're drinking it for the vitamins,
Yeah,
then
well, that's what
who cares?
right.
Drink it.
I just held my nose and drank
That's
it.
the only reason
Tried
I
to
drink
it.
that particular tea. I don't drink it just, for any other reason, just to get a good big shot of vitamin C. Is it hot?
Yeah, but not too bad. It's good though. It hits the spot after
yeah, it's good.
hiking up the mountain.
Yep.
I was thinking when we were walking up through there that this spring we should tap the birch tree like we did that one year. That was so fun.
Yeah, I walked by that one the other day. That plug I put in it's still in it, and the tree, the hole's actually grown around it and got it. Now you can't get it out.
Yeah.
You just have to drill it again.
Yeah.
But there's several trees up there we could get.
Man,
We could do that with.
live in the land of birches, don't we?
That and pines and ivies.
Sweet gums.
I'd like to trade a few of them for some white oaks.
I couldn't believe how many little pine trees was up through there. I mean, I know, but then when you see them, they're just everywhere.
It's thick.
Thick, yeah. So Matt's sad, I guess, that deer season's over.
I think technically over, but I'm not going back, so it is for me. It's not in until Sunday or Monday. Sunday. Maybe Monday. But I'm not going out anymore.
Yeah.
I've not hunted much in the last couple of weeks anyway. Just kind of wound down.
We had too many other things going on, and you got stuff going on the next several days till it does end, so. But you ended up with a good season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time in the woods, and that's what I enjoy.
First time in a long time you got to hunt as much as you did.
Yeah,
since you were a youngster.
It's the most I've hunted in 30 years. Hopefully get to do it again this fall. Hopefully get to do some fishing here shortly in the spring.
So the 2 stands you took down, they look different. So what are they? Explain them.
One of them.
What was the first one?
One of them, that first one, the small one's just a saddle platform that just gives you something to stand on while you're hunting out of a saddle. And
Saddle's kind of like a sling. That's what it looks like to me, like you're sitting up there in a sling.
Yeah, I kind of waited late in life to try those, but once I used it a little bit, I really liked it because it's so, I mean, you can get in any tree in the woods mostly. You're not just delegated to what an actual tree stand will let you get in. You can almost climb any tree in the woods with one of these, and I like that. So that's why I use it. And then the other one's just a regular hang-on tree stand. That's what I use mostly to bow hunt out of. And I gun hunting out of it some too, but mostly to bow hunt from.
You used to use climbing stands too. You don't really use them anymore, do you?
Yeah, I've still got them, and I used them down in Georgia some this year, but I don't use them as much as I once did just because they make a lot of noise. I mean, I like them, and they're more comfortable actually, but they make a lot of racket, and if you go in 2 or 3 different times and make that racket before daylight and climb the same tree, they've got you figured out. You know. Whereas this saddle thing, you can sneak in and sneak up in the tree and you don't make hardly any noise much. And
it, for where we're at with the thickness, that probably is a benefit too.
Yeah, and the reason I had it where I did is because there was one specific spot of that little ridge line that I wanted to see, and that was the only way I could get up high enough to see it. There was no trees there that I could actually get into the tree stand, so the saddle worked out perfect for that. Didn't end up killing anything out of it, but I got to hunt from it a few trips and I enjoyed it.
Got meat in the freezer, that's why you hunt.
That's exactly right.
And in the jars.
Right.
So.
Meat hunter all the way. That's what I am. We've already been eating some of it too, and it's good.
Oh, it's so good. We had it for Christmas, of course, had it Thanksgiving. We've had it in between then too, but thinking about the roast. And then we had actually the leftovers from Christmas last night, and Matt just kind of, what did you do? You warmed it up, but you kind of broke it all up?
Yeah, I kind of broke it all up in its own little juice in a deep cast iron pan, and it was just a roast, what was left of it. And there's quite a bit left, quite a bit of meat left. But I just got it warmed up and just got it simmering, and then thickened the broth that it was in a little bit with some cornstarch, and that made it really good, didn't it?
We had some mashed potatoes,
yeah,
cornbread, green beans, but putting it over the mashed potatoes was so good.
Yeah, it was.
And we had some company over, so it pleased people from everybody from mine and Matt's age to little kid.
Yeah, she ate that stuff up, didn't she?
So pleased everybody. It was really good though.
And had a good time, good visit. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thinking about being in the woods, a few people ask what Matt got for Christmas or what I got for Christmas, and we won't go into detail about all of it, but I will share one thing that I got for Matt, and he'll have to tell you. I've done forgot what the name of what is it? It's
a little bitty small, little short.
Like a hatchet. I knew that, but I couldn't remember the name brand.
But it's a Winkler Knives.
Yeah.
Little hatchet, and it's a little short, small thing. You can put it in a pack or a haversack. It'll even fit in your back pocket. I tried that, and it's got a little small, little bitty cutting bit on it, and it's so sharp. But it'd be faint. You can skin a deer with the thing. I mean, it's just like having a knife blade on a handle, more or less. But it's got a little bit of heft to it, and you can do some light chopping. Chop small, especially enough stuff to start a fire, like in my little folding wood stove that I take in the woods. It'd be fantastic for that. It's probably, you could debone a deer with it, or cut out the hip joints or whatever. I don't do that. I use a knife, but a lot of people use a hatchet or a saw for that, and it would be good for that. But it's a fantastic little thing.
I think Matt's pleased with it.
Oh,
one of his favorite things.
Absolutely. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, well, I didn't either. It just so happened one of the cookbook visits that we went on, cookbook signings at one of the Mass General stores. It was actually at the original Mass General store. At the end of we did that one after the first one, so it'd been a long day, and Miss Cindy, we knew we were even terrified, me and Corey went to it, that maybe she would pass away while we were gone, and she didn't, but we had that on our mind, so it was just, we were exhausted by the time we got there, but it was really great, really met such wonderful people, and enjoyed always being with Jim and everything. Anyway, I wasn't really going to go inside, but then I had to go to the bathroom, so I had to go inside, and then because we've been to so many Mass General stores, I really wasn't thinking that they would have kind of the same stuff and all that, which I should have wanted to go in since it was the original one. Anyway, I did. Jim said, go on, go, and if anybody comes to see you, we'll tell them to wait a minute. And when I did, I realized they had like a whole section of knives and stuff, like a whole big area with people in there just to talk about those. And maybe the others do too, but this was just different. It just seemed different. Maybe it's because it's the old original one. Anyway, I went in there and started just looking around thinking, well, Christmas is coming and this is like the stuff he likes. And somehow I just looked right at that. And I thought, wow, that is something that Matt would love. Well, then I looked at the price tag and thought, wow, I don't think I can afford that. It's very expensive. But the gentleman there that was, helping everyone, he seen me looking at it, so he started telling me about the history of the Winkler of that family and of the man that makes them and how long they've been associated with Mass General stores and all that. And it's almost like I could just hear Miss Cindy in my head. She taught me lots of different things, but one thing she taught me, even way back when me and Matt was first married, she was very frugal, almost to a fault sometimes, wasn't she, Matt? She done without stuff that she could afford. Like she was, not that she was rich or anything like that, but she was way better off than my family ever, than Pap and Granny ever were. But sometimes she just was so frugal, she wouldn't get stuff. Even I would think, just buy it. You can afford it. Just get what you need. Anyway, but the one thing, because she was frugal, but she taught me years ago, was that sometimes it's worth doing without to then have what's really, in other words, what do people say, quality over quantity? That's what she believed in. So she wouldn't buy something that was really expensive if it was something that she knew was well made, quality that she was going to use repeatedly over and over and over. So when I looked at that, I thought, if it's as nice as this guy's saying, and I think it is, just by looking at it, and Matt will use that for the rest of his life. It'll be like one of his favorite things that'll go everywhere with him. And so I thought, well, so I got it anyway. But
it's very well made, and it's actually, I think it's called a Winkler Hunter's Axe. That's what it's called. And it's just this little bitty thing. I mean, it's almost, it looks almost too small until you use it.
Yeah.
And I've had it here on this chop block a time or two playing with it, and it's for what I will do, it's plenty big enough, plenty good enough.
And you'll use it for
and
the
you
rest.
ain't gonna be splitting stove wood or nothing with it.
But you've got axes for that.
Oh, yeah.
But for you to take with you in the woods, right, without taking a big axe or even your hatchets, because it's so much smaller.
Yeah, and it will pack so well you won't even know it's there. It won't be in the way. In other words, it'd be fantastic.
So anyway, I was thrilled that Matt liked it as much as I thought he would. And it's funny though, even when he was opening it, I could just see if Miss Cindy was here, and she would want to hold it, and then she would say, "Oh, that's fine." She would tell by the way it felt that she thought it was fine.
And it is.
She liked knives and things like that. She wasn't like Matt, always using an axe or something like that. She didn't do stuff like that, but she really appreciated knives and axes and things like that, even though she didn't use them.
She liked tools.
She liked tools.
Good, especially heirloom type tools.
She liked tools. She liked their usefulness.
And I'm the same way. I love tools.
She liked anything that was useful, and then she liked if it was, like I said, quality. She really went for that, where I might go the easy, be like, well, I'll just buy the cheapest and make do. But she wasn't like that. She was like, no, save your money and buy the best and you'll always have it. And by the time you buy 3 or 4 of the cheap ones,
You
could have bought the good one if you'd just been patient and saved your money. You know, that was her advice. So anyway, I was thrilled Matt liked it.
No, I love it. Can't wait to put it to more use. I want to try skin with it, and I'm certain that it will.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You know, wait till next year for that, though.
Yeah. Try to skin a squirrel with it.
I could. Yeah.
Might be.
I'm afraid I'd get cut. That thing's sharp.
Yeah.
I gotta kill squirrel first. I ain't really done any squirrel hunting. I need to get on that. If you'll let me off a little while. Give me a little time off.
You'd be off. Remember you said you was on holiday time.
Oh, am I still on holiday?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, well, I can get up right now and go, can I?
Yeah. And I was really excited. Matt got me a few more of the raised beds like we put on the bank. But these are circular. I really wanted a circular one to put my hyssop and my the lemongrass in. So I'm excited about them. I have no clue where we'll put them. But
They're smaller, so we can put them in more places, too.
Right, so I don't know where we'll put them, but I'm excited about them.
I think they're like 24-inch diameter or something like that.
Yeah.
So they will go just about anywhere.
And you could put, I want to put those 2 things in it, but you could grow anything in it.
You could.
You know, whatever. You could put flowers in it, which would be really pretty. The hyssop's kind of like a flower.
Just don't put no Tommy toes in it.
But you could put Tommy toes, you could put squash, whatever you wanted. Yeah. You're going to be in charge of the tomatoes this year and make sure me and Corey don't mess up what we're doing. You can be our overseer.
Okay.
Anyway, I was excited about it, thinking about the garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be here before you know it. Be back out in the blazing sun. Be nice.
Yeah.
I want to soak up a little more of this cold weather first, though.
Yeah, I want a big snow. I want that to happen for sure. I want the big snow.
And I like building a fire and sitting around fooling with it, and I'm not hardly done enough of that yet. So
I thought you was going to make us some bread down here.
Yeah, I need to. I just hadn't got around to it. My holiday time, you know.
Yeah. Can't ask much of you during that time.
No.
After the walk outside and the warm hot chocolate and the warm fire, I'll be wanting to go to sleep.
I'll go ahead.
What was it you said about me the other day, that when it got dark I want to go to bed or something?
Yeah, just like a chicken.
Yeah, that's what you said.
The sun goes down, you start hunting a place to fly up.
I do. I'm tired. I go at it hard and usually start pretty early, and
That
then
is true.
I'm ready to lay down when it gets dark.
Mm-hmm. We go to bed early anyway.
Yeah, but I'd go even earlier if I could manage it, if I could get in there.
You got too much to do to go to bed that early.
It'll be like the chickens. They fly up about 5:30 now.
Yeah. If I did that, I'd be up at 2 or 3 in the morning, but you wouldn't be.
No, I wouldn't. I'd sleep all night.
Yeah, you can go.
I mean, I might wake up, but I'd go back to sleep and just sleep.
You could do 12 hours easy. I couldn't do 12 hours in 2 nights.
Yeah, Matt wakes up. He just wakes up and he's awake and he can't go back to sleep. I can lay there and go back to sleep if I wake up.
Yeah,
Although you do sleep way better than you used to.
I do. That's probably about to change.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think you're in a rhythm now.
I hope so, because it took a long time to get in it.
Yeah. Thinking about our hot chocolate, several people have asked about our mugs. Most all the mugs we drink out of, these 2 included, was made by Rob Withrow. So he's like a fixture of Brasstown. Smoke on the Mountain, I think's the name of his pottery shop. And we've just acquired them over the years from different places. I think you can see right there, it says Rob, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just.
Oh, you was looking
I was
for...
seeing if it had his name
No,
on it, his
just
business
Rob.
name,
Just
but
says
it
Rob.
don't.
I don't have that. I could link to it down below though, but I thought about trying to get, when I worked, he makes pottery, I mean all kinds of pottery, but he makes lots of mugs from different people, I mean for different organizations. He does, what do you call them, logo mugs, I guess. So we have one from I think we just have one from Tri-County. In those days when we worked there, they had them made. And of course the folk school, he's made some for them. So I thought about trying to get some of the Celebrating Appalachia ones.
You
I
should.
don't know. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, that's where several people had asked in one of our last videos where we were drinking our hot chocolate out of those, and a lot of them we've had for literal years. They hold up good. The one that I drink my postum out of, it's probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old.
Yep.
Pretty old, which these probably are too. They have a good feel to them.
Yeah, they do.
You need to be like, I need to read my John Paris to you, and you can listen to the fire and see if you hear it tramping when snow's coming, right?
Is that what to say?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
You can diagnose me some snow. Matt says he can smell it though when it's coming.
I can. I always have been able to.
When Paul was real
Smell
little.
rain and snow.
Yeah, Paul was little. He's 4 years younger than I am, and he was like a jokester when he was little. Granny's family loved to tell jokes. Uncle Bars and Uncle Henry and different people out there at Granny Gadsby's, they just tell jokes and everybody listen. And I guess that's where he got it. And he was just real little, and he would tell jokes and he'd do impersonations, and he'd just stand up there in front of everybody at Granny Gadsby's and they'd laugh because he was just little, he was funny. I was too shy. I was like hiding behind Granny or Pap while he's in the limelight. Anyway, I remember one time he told us, and then Granny thought it was so funny, she got it, and so sweet, she got him to tell everybody, but he would explain why it snowed, where snow come from. And it was just that it rained and the clouds got soggy and then they fell down. It was his rationalization of where snow come from. It was really sweet though.
Yeah.
He's just real little, and he'd tell that, and people would smile and laugh. So I just hope it was priming the pup this morning.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe. You want to see me go sledding?
I don't know. It's kind of fearful if you go sledding. I don't want you to get hurt.
I'm not going to get hurt. I might get stove up, but I'm not going to get hurt.
Well, I'm just looking out for you.
You want to go sledding?
I'm not trying to be insulting.
You ain't going to go sledding?
Not much, I ain't. But I watch you.
The year before we had Corey and Katie, it snowed like crazy. Just one right after the other after the other.
Yeah. Ain't done that since.
Ain't done that since, I don't guess. I mean, it snowed some since then, but that was just like unusual. It was just, people's out of work and out of school and out of work and out of school, and we sled. Matt didn't even then, but I did. I fell in with all the other little kids. It was maybe 4, 5, 6, and up to maybe 10 or 11 or something. And
I'm trying to be sure I didn't get hurt so I'd be able to go back to work.
yeah,
It was a little more dire back then.
yeah, well, it was, yeah, especially after that winter when we found out we was expecting twins. But I was actually sledding and didn't realize I was pregnant for the first just a little bit, and then I quickly, my first indication that I might be was I couldn't sleep at night. Like we were talking about how I sleep, all of a sudden I couldn't sleep, and my legs hurt. And I thought, well, it's because I've been sledding so much. That's what it is. It's because I've been sledding. But it was something about the pregnancy, and I didn't sleep the entire time until the day I had Corey and Katie, and that was the best sleep I'd had.
And you went to sleep.
And I went to sleep and couldn't hardly wake up. Couldn't wake up. Anyway, but yeah, I'd like another one of those winters.
Yeah, I would too. As long as we had plenty of wood then.
Mm-hmm. I do feel bad though. One of the gentlemen that read the Blind Pig and Acorn, he always tells me I can have all the snow of his. He don't want any, because he had to drive for so many years. He had to go to work for 30 years, and if it snowed, he had to drive in it, and he didn't like it, and he didn't want it, and he's done with it. So I do feel bad for people that have to be out in it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be near as fun if you had to get out in it every day and work.
Yeah. And I wouldn't, I'm sure if I had to deal with snow every day of the world or every day of the winter, and it's so rare here that's why I love it, because it is. But if I had to deal with it all the time, I'm sure I'd get tired of it.
Every day of the world, you say?
Yeah, every day of the world. You've made fun of me before for saying that. It is a real saying. You'll have to tell me. Have you ever heard every day of the world?
Well, every day would suffice.
But you got
Of the
to
world
really.
sounds like somebody this big come up
You've
with that.
got to. No, it's very common.
Every day of the world.
You know, you've heard me say that my whole life. I mean, ever since you've known me, and you've always made fun of me. It means then. I mean, you got to put emphasis on everything if you live in Appalachia. So it's not just every day, it's every day of the world. Every day, period.
That just slams the door on it then.
Yes, that's right. Slams the door.
Okay.
Slams the door.
All right.
Every day of the world.
Okay. I'll hush you back.
Wow. You should be used to it by now. I can't
Oh, I
believe
am.
I hadn't got you to say it as much as I say it. It just don't make sense to you, so you can't say it.
Yeah, it's just kind of odd.
Well, I'm odd.
Yeah,
You knew that a long time ago, didn't you?
I did. I'm odd too.
You are. We make a good odd pair, I guess.
Yeah. I guess.
And speaking of somebody else that's odd, I hear our daughter, I think she's come in, Katie.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we better go see if she's been on an errand, if she needs help bringing stuff in
Yeah.
before she tries to do it on her own.
And she will.
Yeah, she will. Well, we appreciate you coming along with us, help us get Matt's stands down and put them up for another year. See a little bit of the snow flurries, drink our hot chocolate. Does this say hot chocolate? It sounded like I said hot chocolate.
Yeah, I know. Well, how are you supposed to say it?
I think I said it funny, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, now you've got me just being paranoid about what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That ain't the first time.
No, I know. Y'all make fun of me all the time for things I say.
Oh,
You've got
it's
a
just
running
because-
list.
Yeah, it's just, but we kid because we love you.
I know. We're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia. Y'all got a running list. It's like us and what we used to have with Pap. The antiseptic and
Oh, it was a funniest thing.
anesthesia, or what was it? He thought anesthesia, he said antiseptic.
He was talking
instead.
about antiseptic, but he called it anesthesia, and it was. I mean, it was funny, but Paul's reaction to it's what made it so funny, and then we both started laughing, and then he just got so tickled he couldn't. And you don't never see him get like that.
Yeah.
And that struck me so funny, and then we both was laughing about it, and it just got out of control. And your daddy got mad.
Chlorlocks and plastic,
Yeah,
spatial
special.
and fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all can have my list of mementos and
Yeah, I forgot about that.
whatever else. That's the only one I can think of.
That's a good one.
All right, we better go see what she's doing. Sounds like she's moving boxes.
All right, let's go.